Hello there everyone on YouTube, welcome to another episode of this Rohan campaign. Just before we start, we're gonna have to check out here, just to make sure that everything was there. So last episode we did have a good fight here against the Dunlands. So Birik is now underway. Now in terms of advancements here against the Dunlands, I think this army can perfectly do that. If they don't, I'm gonna actually send just this guy over there, just make sure that it doesn't hinder us. Well, that's exactly, Bart. By the way, guys, I'm also streaming. Usually, I do stream the sessions. Let me just check if everything goes well. Yeah, I still have half an hour to do that. We are just getting all things together here, and now I do have an army that can face these guys. So let's go for this Captain Duck. Now let's see what they have. Have 1 unit of archers, 2 units of archers, 3 units of archers. Then how many Uruk Alberts? 1, including general. 2, 3, 4. And this guy, Morgul Chosen, is compared. So he has a line of 5 people. There's a line of 5 guys that actually can hold on the front pretty well. He has a troll unit that I have to diminish a little bit with that ballista. But overall, the halberds, it's an immobile army. That's what I'm feeling. If I place myself far enough, and if I bait with my cavalry, I'll be able to spread them out so that I can target those halberds with my archers and target the Uruks with specific charges. That's the idea. The biggest problem is the trolls. If there wasn't any trolls, the cavalry would go hands-on, really on them. Without that, then it's a little bit more difficult. I didn't feel you were complaining or saying the mechanics were faulty. I don't know, man. Usually I say that that's the biggest thing. We were just talking in the early how I love Medieval 2 in terms of one of the best Total War games. Doesn't mean that it's perfect. It means that one has I have gotten to the point where I'm adjusting my situations. Like you can't say how many people ask me, why don't you just charge them head on? And I'm saying, like, well, why? You know? Why should I just charge head on if the charge effects would be denied because you're not rear charging or flank charging, you know? That's one of the situations. So while I'm explaining that, people think that I'm ranting. I don't know. Misunderstandings, people just want to rage, I guess. Alright, Bart, thank you much for showing up, and yeah, dude, going to move away, doing a little in my campaign. Do have fun on that Empire Total War campaign, dude, or Empire Total War Warhammer campaign. So yeah, man, thanks a lot for showing up, and bye-bye. Right, I'm thinking on having 1 Guards on one side and 1 Breathermark X-Men on the other side. Just to make sure that we can compensate against those trolls. Like, at least I will have one or the other unit to face the trolls if needs be. Although I wouldn't like to have them on that regard. I have a lot of archers, of horse archers. We can actually... And I do have the Breathermark skirmishers on this one. So, Breathermark skirmishers are going to stay back to make sure that I can get some damage on those trolls, by the way. Yeah, I think I should let them come to me, actually. But I did want my ballista to be at least in range to poke those trolls. So let's see if I can move them in range. How much range do I need? Not a lot. They kinda can do the attacks from this area, I believe. Now I'd like to have this It's a matter of terrain. Like, if I was on the other side, I would do that. But instead, I think I'm actually gonna have to move in. Unfortunately, due to the terrain, I don't want to fight on uneven terrain. Against me, of course. The skirmishers, I'm gonna put them really near the ballistas so I can spot that. So what are we attacking? We're attacking some Uruks here. At least that does some damage, but I would rather save the ammunition for someone else. What a well. Maybe to those Uruk Alberts. Let me just move them to the back and see if I can cause some units to pursue me. That's the objective, by the way. Let me see these arid horse archers. Did they draw anyone? They draw the Morgul Chosen. That's nice. So now I do have some Uruks and Uruk archers there. So the way is clear. That's perfect for a good charge. There we go. These guys can start attacking this guy and pepper them down. Now I see that he's going for the Earling Axeman with the mountain trolls here. Yeah, my ballistas didn't obey on the attack there. They might do now. There we go. This will hang on, by the way, this Earling Axeman, they will hang on perfectly. So we did attack on these Uruks, that's nice. Let's retreat those guys, let's remove them. This is one of the things that can't happen on Warhammer or other more recent titles. These guys can go like this. And the Rhythm Arc skirmishers, let's just go over there. Make sure that they get some shots off on those trolls. Rohan, let's attack those orc archers. Earling swordsman, let's attack over here. Actually, the militia, let's go over there. Yeah, the Rhythm Arc skirmishers, they are doing their damage on these Uruks. And now we're gonna go and attack those mountain trolls. There we go. Over here, is he managed to catch these guys because I didn't have them on skirmish. I never liked to leave them on skirmish. Sometimes they would skirmish badly. So it's better to try and control the situation. Even if you take some losses, it's never full, let's say. But these guys are already retreating. I guess he doesn't have lots of morale on this one.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half.
Right, let's charge those Rohan Riders and Rohan Alberts. Right, I told you to attack instead on missiles. Instead they charged. But oh well, that's fine. Let's just regroup them. Come on, I want them to use their javelins. It's much more effective there. You can actually just charge there and probably get the effect that we want. Yeah, I think they're gonna get caught up there. They aren't. Right, that's fine. For these guys, we're gonna charge here. We're gonna charge over there. By the way, I'm not too much mattering or giving too much importance to these Uruk halberds or anything. I want you to use those javelins actually, because they do a lot of damage to these mountain trolls. By the way, it's just you may not see it, but anything that hits them is killing them a lot more. And it's actually the best option to attack them right now. There we go. One is less and probably a lot of hit points gone on some of these guys. Let's have the guards move in as well as this charge. You saw that with the charge, Immediately 2 of these Mordor trolls died. 1 of them as well. Nice. So everything here is fighting. Don't want them to fight, actually. Thought those guys would run with the charge from the back. They haven't. These archers, they can just attack here. Actually, if I move them like this, everything will be fine. Okay, those trolls are dying, so that's cool. Come on, cavalry. That'll be it. I'm getting tired with all this heat, guys.
Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Good. Now they're fighting to the death. Those guys are also running away. Let's make sure that we pursue all of them.
Behold how our
Good.
cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Rohan horse archers! We await your command.
Good. Everything is clear now.
Be awed by the victory we have won here today.
Let me check my timer, guys. I don't have a lot of time actually for this streaming session, unfortunately, but I'll keep going on.
Concealing
I always execute them. It gives my generals more dread, actually. The dread is easier to obtain. But on this mod, they always get respect, no matter how much do you kill them, so go for that. But I'm just mentioning that if you are playing on others, on Medieval 2 or Vanilla, for instance, you will get a lot of dread if you execute them. This mod it doesn't do that too much.
We shall continue tomorrow.
Kind of had forgotten about that.
Your orders.
Which just means, just to explain you, I would be fine either way. You know, they will still be good generals. Chivalry generals are kind of better, but you have to focus so much on them to get them to the fullest that it doesn't actually make it good.
Your orders, my lord.
To explain in just a few sentences, you know. Right, time to end the turn. While it's ending up the turn, hang on a second, I'm gonna have to check one thing. Checking just something. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. After the end turn. Sorry about that, guys. I had to check something here. A message from you.
A prime position to launch a cowardly ambush if need be.
Okay, Mordor is of course going to try and send more troops, but at this point I'm just getting all the troops back, the experienced ones as well, and building up. So finally, after all of those turns of invasions and stuff, I'm getting in a good place. And it won't take too long to conquer everything that I kind of want. Right, so I wanted a spy to make sure that there's no loose ends. I kind of want to have a little bit more knowledge of what's going on. Like here, look at that. This is still the Lambroth, so it's kind of cool.
Tomorrow.
I guess Mordor has been trying to concentrate a little bit too much on me.
Approaching quietly.
Yeah, look at that.
Approaching quietly.
This guy can stay over here just to make
I shall
sure.
continue tomorrow.
Okay, recruitment have a lot of stuff. Not gonna bother with that. It's more important to get on the construction for now. This doesn't give me too much, so I'm not gonna build anything here extra on Tharagrundost. I'm gonna go for anything that provides money for now. Well, the barracks provides some happiness. Let's go for some roads here in Onodrith. That's fine. And I do have some money left. So let's see if I have anything that needs to build. Guinea can go into a low tax rate to grow a little bit. Yeah, right now I should decrease a little bit on the growth tax rate. Just to make sure that I can get some growth. I don't know the effects on that, but we're gonna get to see those. Yeah, suddenly they're gonna start growing, which is actually quite cool. You can just make the whole game with high tax rates, but some places do benefit from the low tax rate just to grow a little bit. If I can get everything growing, why not, you know? And still have an income, let's say. That's the idea, always that. It's already on low. Get it on low. There we go. Everything on low tax rate. That will decrease my income, of course, but that will increase in a couple of turns after everything is grown.
Yes, my lord.
So this army, we're gonna put it here while we
Your orders,
replenish
my
everything else. So this guy is kinda complete there. He has a full army. This one doesn't, but I can retrain some units. Well, not yet in terms of money.
Yes, my lord.
Can go over here and say I want to retrain a couple of these guys. That's nice. Isengard did retrain those dudes, so I'm gonna send them over there.
March to exalt.
Your orders, my lord.
This guy's gonna go over here.
Yes, my lord.
Same as Hama.
With honor.
Finally.
Your will, my lord.
This guy is gonna go for the fort. At least that's no upkeep. That's good. They can reinforce Saruland if needs be. What is this? Pikemen and other units. That's nice. I could attack this army head on, but 3 turns is nothing. I'll just wait for that for a little bit. In the meantime, they might get into trouble here at North Tharbet, or they might decide to send a full army. They actually have a full army there. I didn't see it. So this army from Hama is actually just going to turn and go into the north.
Tomorrow, making camp
That's the
here.
fastest? I would assume this would be the fastest. Oh well. Let's go over there. That's
We
the
can go
fastest
no
possible.
further, my lord.
Then I'll just start recruiting more troops and getting all that I can from getting this Mordor fort there. Anything that I should be unaware?
I'm gonna stick you.
Well, this doesn't have any trolls, and I'm defending there on
Yes, my
the
lord.
bridge, so that's actually quite fine for me. Let me end up the turn. These are only spies moving. I've been forgetting to move my diplomats, even though I kind of talk to everyone. Oh well. Okay, Breland is moving, so Dunland is not going to move away from there until they clear up everything, I believe. This guy has been over here at Guinea. His girlfriend is there. It has to be. It has to be. Yep. I'm thinking on keeping on the buildings with barracks at least. An archery range is not required here. It doesn't provide anything, by the way. It just provides one more available, which usually is not the biggest deal. And Ogfoot built the fairground. It could have an. It could build something else if I hadn't spent that money. So let's see. Aha! So let's go for Town Guard at least. Good. And recruitment, just some retraining and such. That is nice. Nothing to face here. Nothing to face here.
My lord.
I'm actually quite protected. I don't know how much do I need this army there, but well,
My lord.
like this guy is making a push,
Approaching quietly.
and that's a good army. Look at that. I mean, these guys are really cool. You can't see the stats, but these are their best troops, honestly. They're having the Tirith Aer units, which is really, really nice for them. Now, can I retrain some units? Not yet here, but I can retrain here. Actually, let's retrain that unit first. Any threats from the north? No.
Your orders, my lord.
Can't retrain that guy, doesn't matter. Not for now.
By your command, we'll make
Yes, my lord.
Let's send Hama there to
With
the
honor.
north. Right, so Dunland is actually sending out some troops here. That is good. I'll be able to deal with all of them and then attack the city and take it, as I wanted on the previous one. That's only cavalry. I can make my only cavalry army right now. That would be nice. Yeah, look at that. I'm just gonna send
your
these
will,
guys.
my lord.
This is not a
My
good
lord.
general. Neither is this one. So I'm just gonna send all my cavalry
My
back
lord.
here to Adras.
As you wish.
And we're gonna have an only cavalry army. That's good.
Your orders, my lord.
Most of the time I'll want a full cavalry army just to make charges or
My
attack
lord.
on these depleted forces.
Approaching.
Yeah, like
quietly.
these small armies, they would get wrecked by only cavalry. Specifically, even the trolls, I could get the skirmishes going on them with the skirmishing option, and then I can send in just the heavy lancers to charge. That will cause some casualties, I'm
Yes,
pretty
my
sure.
lord.
I remember the
Yes.
charges from the Imladris cavalry did a lot of damage to trolls, so hopefully that will happen. We'll also have that mining there. I'm checking if there's any decisions that I need to take. That one I don't.
Your
This
orders,
one
my
doesn't.
lord.
This guy can just deal with anything that comes up from Dunland. And we'll merge with my faction leader. As soon as I get rid of Dunland, everything is so fine. I do need to get rid of the Dunlandings. It doesn't say here, but it does say here to eliminate the faction of the Dunlandings and hold 30 regions, which I already have. Of course, I need to eliminate Mordor. So for that I need the ring, but the ring is on Khan Dum. It's pretty far away. I'm gonna have to wait until it's in a very close, in a closer location for that.
Yes, my
All
lord.
right. I wouldn't like for these guys to reinforce. That's why I'm leaving
Your
them
orders, my
behind.
lord.
These are a little bit depleted, but not the archer units and not the specific good units that will hold the
Have a taste of
riverbank.
my blade.
So that's nice. Guys, I'll have to see you on the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, that'll be it as well for the streaming session, because I gotta go. So yeah, we'll see each other on the next streaming session. Probably it will only be on Monday. And yeah, in the meantime, on the channel as well, on YouTube, guys, do recall that these episodes will be a little bit farther apart from now on, just to make sure that I get episodes every day. So cheers, guys, and bye-bye.